Well, I've been thinking of trying to communicate to you, whoever you may be, you know, trying to reach some part of mankind, someone, somebody, some people, you, possibly. Um, just to kind of convey or communicate that everything here is like, a lot of stuff here. It's going the wrong way. You have the wrong idea. There's a lot of angst and concern about what's happening in the world today. The destruction of the planet and the takeover of the world by moneyed interests or people who have money. Those who get money and then they kind of try to run things their own way. And of course, there are many other issues, but I mean those are the main issues. And you know. Rather predictably, man seems to feel that he takes, the different people in different realms. People live in different realms. They live in the human realm, some of them, and some, not too many. And a lot of them live in the material realm, or they live in the vegetable realm, or they live in the animal realm. And they try to figure out, what to do, what should we do. And it seems like the more they think about it, and the more they try to figure it, because they get answers for their own perception, for their own realm of life. They say, yeah, we could just do this, and this, and why everything would be fine, or that's what we have to do. And the material people, they come up with, like in Zeitgeist, there's like technocracy, where you could easily arrange everything so that everybody could be having a great time, and I think they're probably right in their field, but they ignore everything else. Um, basically they don't think about what other realms may espouse and be concerned with. In the vegetable realm, people, gotta save the planet. We just kind of cool it and help the trees and the plants. We got to look after these things, and of course they're right. The animal people are all about must be an animal, dominate our group, and be the person that we have our territory, and we can get everything in order. Keep those weak people from bothering us or ganging up on us and killing us, and the human people, continue to maintain how their great superiority and how wonderful they are and how they can solve every problem. If only people would be a human and just understand a few things. And the real realm of mankind, which is the true human realm, is pretty much absent from the scene. It's kind of there in a way. It's all buried away if you knew where to look. You can find it, and it pops out every now and then when people say things, and it's a part of everything, but it's a pretty silent part. None of these things, none of these answers are going to work. And, you're kind of falling off the cliff here. I mean, and one of the major issues, mostly coming from the human realm, unfortunately, I think, maybe some other places too, but the other realms take it up. And that is that, the anti-God propaganda. There is no God. There is no God. What is it, and they keep going on and on about these things. And because, they have no experience of God. So God, put out a thing where you could have that experience. It's a gift. It's a gift that's been given to man. And it just came to the West about 50 years ago. It's not doing too well. Nobody seems to be interested. They don't believe it. I remember a guy saying, "Oh yeah, those people that are hypnotizing themselves and hallucinating, and they think that they've, self-hypnosis, And he says, "I don't believe it." So basically, The Almighty offers you very easily, no compromises necessary, no giving up anything much, at all. Uh, um, it's like basically you say there's no God. Well, how about if you had an experience and that proved to you that there was a God? How would that be for you? Oh no, I don't want that. See, so man is kind of refusing this experience. She's not going to have it. No, sir. Not interested. He's got so habituated. He wants to think about God. He wants to feel if there is a God or not. And some people feel, that there is, and some people feel, I guess, that there, I don't know what they feel. And the thinkers, boy, they're hard on it, trying to figure it out. Philosophy gives you a headache just even discussing it. I want to think about God, but unfortunately, the kind of forces that operate your brain, that will operate your brain, are not able to, do that. They can't do that because they're kind of, pretty far down the list on things. The forces that operate your brain are meant to be used on the earth for things you do here, and they work perfectly well there. They don't work in terms of trying to figure out who's the God. But as I say, if you had the experience, you could have it. Well, I don't know. It seems like, and then now, because there was a gate that opened in the late 50s and early 60s here in the world, and I was going to say here in the United States, but basically all around the world, and I experienced it here. But we all just felt this urge. A lot of people. There's been over 1 million people on the earth who have accepted the gift, but then, and gotten a lot out of it, but did get proof, believe it or not, they did get actual proof. I'm one of those people that there was a God. I have no question about it myself. I proved it to me pretty good. Everybody needs their own kind of proof. But you apparently, I don't know. I'm just kind of putting this out there because when I kind of, I'm trying to feel, see my feeling. What has happened? I see that during that period, there was a gate that opened, and people were drawn into this. Now, however, when it should be flourishing and growing in strength, which is very important for mankind, because a number of reasons, it's shut off, it's closed. I have to ask myself the question, why is it closed off? Because it's not the right time. So whatever I'm saying to you is not probably going to, well, I don't know what it will do. I feel I want to communicate to you. I want to let you know. I'm like a kid in the back of the class that has the answer. He keeps raising, see in the movie, he's raising, and but there's a whole bunch of people droning on, and you're watching the movie. The kid, they never call on and you go, oh man, he had the answer and nobody would listen to it. What answer do I have? Well, I took up the gift. I took it up. And I took it up full heart, after a bit, after I got my proof that there actually was a God. I'll tell you what, if you find out there actually is a God, that gets proven to you, not by some mental thing, but by an actual experience that you have, a real experience, undeniable for you, a real experience. People have had many different experiences. I don't know too many of them. I know about my own. I don't think I'll tell you because, it's just another story for you. I can tell you. No, I'm not going to tell these stories. If you're interested in any way, shape, or form, you can write to me or you can call me, video chat with me, and I'll be happy to share what I know, but I say coming back to what is it that I know? Well, I know because I've been doing this now for almost 50 years. It's going to be here in 2015. Should I survive that long? Why, it would be 50 years. 50 years, day in. I'm living my life, but I mean, kind of part of that life had to do with getting, receiving, and being acted upon by this gift from the Almighty. And you say, well, it's probably from the devil, or it's probably from just some imagination thing. But no, there's actually good answers for why that wasn't the case. I mean, it has to do with, being moved from within, so you experience it, but not, from kind of your own passions or your anger, not being moved by your anger or by your wish or anything, but just kind of not doing anything, and then suddenly, the guy says, people are always actually getting guidance from God, but they don't want to think of it that way. The guy says, I was sitting there, and all of a sudden, I don't know why, I got up, and I went over and I said to the man, stop this, okay? I wasn't going to, but I just did it. I didn't even know why I did it. I don't even know why I did it. I don't even know why I did it. How many times have you heard somebody say that? Well, you don't know why they did it, but you know that you can't quite get it because it's coming from being moved. It's now there's a secret there because actually in that condition, when you're moved to do something like that, it's it's not not from your own awareness or anything like that, but when you're actually moved to do something, it can only be coming from that source. A person that's possessed by their passions or mentally ill or whatever, I mean, crazy people, they get moved now, they have no choice. But a normal person, you always have the choice. And so you can kind of tell when you've had a few of those experiences. Take a look at your own life and see. There's some points in there. Anyway, it's an argument which, mentally is, it can be attacked. I'm not going to waste my time. Anyway, I spent 50 years, checking, putting it to the test, following the guidance I got through that gift, and so, it's been great. I've learned a lot of things, and I've understood a lot of things. Mostly what I've understood, or one of the things, the main things I've understood, everything here is backwards. It's all backwards. It turns out, the brighter you get, the dumber you get, it seems. The dumber you are, in some cases, the brighter you are, The child who doesn't know anything can come up with, and sometimes does too, something just floors all the knowledgeable people. It's just absolutely perfect thing. The more you know, the less you know. I mean, there's all kind of things like that going on. In terms of anti-God propaganda, which is, everywhere these days, I remember it was a case I was thinking of it because my daughters worked in a bakery, and the people I liked them quite a bit. I didn't know them too well, but they were fun people to be around. Nice, and had a nice bakery, baked good stuff, very generous with things. One of my daughters for sure. I think two